This is the Suno Vault, and we're about to open it. Inside, there are 3 secret modes. Hey, so in this video, we're going to be covering 3 secret modes in Suno AI: Max Mode, Mumble Mode, and Sound Mode. And Sound Mode's not really secret because Suno, but I mean, the title sounds so much cooler if you got 3 secrets. So it's really 2 secret features and 1 feature that's new and really cool. And maybe you're thinking to yourself, hey, chill panic, I done seen your Mumble Mode and your Max Mode video. Well, yeah, that's right, I did a compilation, because the inch of ice is coming from over there to over here, and I might not have power, which means I might not be able to upload a video. So I'm sorry, I'm uploading a compilation. But all 3 of these modes are actually really cool, so I hope you enjoy this video and don't get taken by the ice storm. Take it away, Chill Panic, with Max Mode first. What if I told you there's a hidden setting in Suno that makes your songs sound more realistic and more professional, and all you have to do is paste the code? Well, I've been digging through the Suno subreddit and I came across something crazy. This post called Max Mode is real. It looks like Suno beta tested something called Max Mode, which enables enhanced audio quality processing, improved realism for acoustic instruments, and better overall fidelity. But then they completely did away with it. But according to this user, Crow Magnus, who has generated over 200,000 songs, you can trick Suno into unlocking Max Mode via prompting in the style and lyrics box. Mr. Crow Magnus says to copy this into the top of the style prompt box, and this gets Max Mode to work. So we're going to copy that and go into Suno, and I'm just going to paste that. And I'll also leave this in the description if you want to be able to copy and paste it yourself. And then he also says to copy and paste this into the top of the lyrics box, which is just 3 backslashes, 5 asterisks, and then 3 more backslashes, which sounds complicated, but it's really not if you just copy and paste it. And then he has an example of a full prompt, which I've copy and pasted here. And you'll notice he separated this out by genre, instruments, styles, and recording, which sounds really similar to the Gmib formula your boy came up with. And if you want more information on that, that video is in the description as well. And then I made some lyrics just for demonstration purposes about Peter seeing the devil and tariffs and all types of stuff. So we'll paste that in there. An acoustic country singer-songwriter outlaw country type of song. And we're gonna do 1 generation with Max Mode on, and then we're gonna try 1 with it off. Okay, here's with Max Mode off.
Hey, Mr. Devil, have you seen the news? Tariffs and redacted files. The devil looked back, stood up and laughed and said, son, that's why I've arrived.
And now let's try with Max Mode on.
So Peter decided to ask him a question.
Hey, Mr. Devil, have you seen the news? Tariffs and redacted files.
That definitely sounds better to me. Let's try the other generation with Max Mode off, just to make sure.
Hey, Mr. Devil, have you
Max Mode's still winning. Let's try the other one with Max Mode on.
seen the news? Tariffs.
Okay, so far, I'm sold on this. It really sounds like it works. But we need to check this in a few different genres just to make sure. I'm going to go to Suno GPT, which is a free custom GPT that I made that you can get in the link in the description, which basically helps you make Suno prompts better. So I want to go for something that's kind of like Linkin Park. So I'll just copy this for the style prompt, and we'll copy the lyrics. And just so we don't get confused, I'll call this LP Max Mode off. And now let's copy our Max Mode access code, I guess we could call it. So while those generate, let's try out Max Mode off.
I'm breaking out of the shape you made.
Let's try with Max Mode on.
I'm breaking out of the shape you made. I won't fade just to be your blade.
That one sounds pretty close to me, but for the next genre, I'm gonna tell ChatGPT to copy this format. For this one, let's go for like a classic rock, like Guns N' Roses type of thing. Make the song about having to pee on a long drive. Let's try out Max Mode off.
I gotta pay, and the tank is dry. Next town's 10 miles, man, I might cry.
It's not bad. I can definitely tell that the cymbals just sound bad.
I know exit till the
But let's see what it sounds like with Max Mode on.
like a bad idea.
Okay, I can definitely tell a realism difference.
I gotta pee, and the tank is dry.
Yeah, it seems to be more panning in the guitars, and it seems like the cymbals sound more realistic. So I think this max mode thing might be real, y'all. But let's go with some hip hop, like old school 90s boom bap, like some Biggie or Tupac type of thing. Maybe that's just because I watched the Diddy documentary. And fuck it, we'll make the lyrics about having to pee during a long drive again, because why not? And here's 90s boom bap about having to take a pee during a long drive when max mode off.
Every sign feeling personal, breaking my heart. I've been strong through a lot, but there's different, see. Man, freedom hit different when you gotta pee.
Funny how the smallest things test a man when you're stuck in a seat with a
Okay, the hook sounds fire, but I can tell with the rap vocals, the vocals definitely sound kind of fake, and there's a lot of high-end sizzle that I don't like with this. The beat's good, though. Let's try max mode now.
Yeah. Long road. Short patient.
Okay, already the beat sounds more realistic.
Cup full of soda, should've thought about that. Miles on the dash, radio low. Bladder talking loud like it already know. Ain't no exits.
So to me, what it sounds like it's doing is not just making it sound more realistic or more professional, it's also adding more interesting instrumentation and giving some variation to what's possible with your prompt. Like, it makes every instrument that's being played sound more expressive.
Should've thought about that. Miles on the dash, radio low.
Now it's time for Mumble Mode. Mumble Mode is real, and I figured out how to access it. So what is Mumble Mode, you ask? Well, let's go to Suno's YouTube channel. I was watching this video today, and I noticed that it said Mumble Mode, and I tried this out for myself. Check this out. Before I can explain how to do this and what you can use it for, I want you to hear another example, because this is really crazy. So why am I so excited about Mumble Mode? Because this mimics a real songwriter technique. The famous pop songwriter Max Martin talks about how phonetics and vowel sounds is what he prioritizes when writing a song rather than the actual words, because that's how you get something to get stuck in your head. And I do it too whenever I'm writing songs. Let me show you what the technique would be like in real life, and then I'll show you how to do it in Suno. Whenever I'm trying to write a song, I start just kind of like humming out stuff and not really coming up with words. And sometimes I'll even record myself doing that a bunch of different times so I can pick out what sounds good to me phonetically, so then I can start to fill in words. So using this Mumble Mode can help you write better songs by writing songs like an actual songwriter. And to set this up, it's really simple. That's it. Mumble Mode in brackets, and then a space, and then the letter A. So far I've tried this with Atlanta Trap, and I've tried it with Future Bass, and it's worked. Let's give it some classic rock.
I got a feeling I can dream it right.
Thanks for watching Mumble Mode. Here's Sound Mode. That just put a spell on me. Suno AI just keeps on giving, and they have just released Sound Mode. This is gonna help a lot of people who aren't even music producers. So first of all, how do you even get there? If you go to your Simple and Custom tab, you will now see a arrow. Click that, and then you can change to sounds. Now look, it says beta, so remember, it's not always going to be perfect, but I've been trying out a lot of stuff, and oh my lord, it's pretty damn good. The gist of it is you can just type anything and then get any sound that you want. But I have found there are a couple of things you can do to make sure that the sounds are better and more of what you want. So I'm going to teach you that, but first let's go over the advanced options. You have type, which you can change between one shot and loop. And put simply, a one shot would be, well, let's just make one. Snare. A one shot is just one sample. It's one hit, one shot. Doesn't sound great, but if you prompt it right, it can sound better. But if we go to loop, see, it's a snare, but it's doing a rhythm. Like a vocal one shot would be, and a vocal loop would be, You know what I mean? Now that you understand one-shots and loops, you can now choose the BPM and the key. And I found for generating spoken word, it's actually better to just leave those on any, but for almost any other circumstance, that will be really great to use, especially in studio for doing sound effects to add to your songs. As we discussed in my Suno AI Stems mixing video, where I went deep into the DAW and show you everything that I actually do, one of those main things is post-production, which before you could only do in DAWs. Sorry, this camera loves to fucking zoom, but now you can do it right in Suno. Now, before we hop into Suno Studio and I start showing you all this advanced post-production stuff, let's go for some simple rules. To get a good sound, what it seems like to me, the best combination is to just describe the sound simply at first. Let's do an example. We'll say 808 bass, then describe the timbre or the character of the sound. Like an 808 bass could be short and punchy like a Spins 808, or it could be heavily distorted. That's common in like trap metal and stuff like that. I am a fan of trap metal, so I'm gonna say distorted. And then you want to give it the length. Now, it doesn't always adhere to the length, but I have noticed that anytime that I put a longer length, it will make longer samples because it tends to go for 2 to 8 seconds. So if I tell it 8 seconds, it will usually do at least 7 to 13 seconds. So for an 808, that's a short sample. So maybe this is a bad example, but we'll just put 3 seconds. And I like to put it in brackets and all caps. I can't confirm whether or not that's the best way. I tried this without the brackets and I tried it in the brackets, but not all caps. And for me, what seems to work the best is having it in all caps inside of brackets, because when I didn't put the brackets there, it seemed to confuse the sound. So once again, describe the sound, describe the timbre, and tell it the amount of seconds. And I would say only really do the seconds thing if you want your sample to be longer, because it does struggle to make longer samples sometimes. Let's create so you can hear what this sounds like. Oh, and I have this on loop, so I'm going to change this to one shot. Why don't we try heavily distorted? Okay, that was a little better. That's the type of sound I was going for. The cool thing about the timbre thing is you can say reverb, echo, you can do all types of stuff. Let's say finger snap reverb. And then we'll do another one that just says finger snap dry. Okay, here's with reverb. And here's dry. And as you can hear, it's not great. It's not perfect. It's still in beta, but this sounds like something I would actually use as like a snare helper to layer over my snares. So I'm actually going to save that as well. And one of my favorite things about this is doing spoken word. Forget about doing spoken word in your fucking lyrics with meta tags. Just add them later in studio because it works so much better. Robotic female voice saying, and then I put quotes. Who do I have to destroy to get a drink around here? And you have to be careful with this because if you type a sentence too long, it won't take the whole sentence. But this is a really good case where I would type in the length. I'm just going to put 10 seconds. And I'm also going to change this to loop because one shot is created to be quick, snappy, 2-second hits. And loops are meant to be longer.
Hey you, who I have to destroy to get a drink around here?
Hey you, who do I have to destroy to get a drink around here?
The second thing maybe doesn't work as good as I thought it did. I'm going to try one more time. And this time I'm going to get rid of the second thing. And this time I'm going to try to describe the voice a little bit better because when I think of like a robotic female voice, I'm thinking of like that really short delay that's like it's kind of like a small room reverb. So I'm going to put small room reverb short decay and we'll see if that gives us something a little bit better.
Hey you, who do I have to destroy to get a drink around here?
Hey you, who do I have to destroy to get a drink around here?
All right, let's go for slapback instead of small room reverb because I think with reverb, I guess it's just going to be long, but it's still crazy that this even works.
Hey you, who do I have to destroy to get a drink around here?
Hey you, who do I have to destroy to get a drink around here? The beat that is 30% and delays like a game everything. Extra ability can handle plus the pass rate with it.
That bitch just put a spell on me. And one more interesting thing I found out about the vocals is, let's say for example, you want an old British man yelling, "Stop stealing on me crumpets." You'll notice sometimes the first word of the phrase gets cut off, so I like to put a word before the first word. So we'll just put yeah and then a comma, so that hopefully the comma will tell Suno to give it a little bit of a pause.
Yeah, stop stealing all me crumpets!
All right.
Yeah, stop stealing all me crumpets!
It's actually the perfect music to come after that. Maybe we try it on one shot.
Yeah, stop stealing all me crumpets!
Yeah, so it seems like something about the word British makes it want to add some music. I don't know. But yeah, let's just go into studio because this is what I'm the most excited about. So if you haven't seen my video about mixing, let me just give you a brief rundown of what post-production is. It's basically just the process of taking a complete song and making it sound better through the use of things like impacts, risers, and different elements like that, different sound effects to take your song to the next level and make it sound alive. So let's hop into studio and let's just create a song in here. And just to make this easy, I'm just gonna grab a prompt from the 10,000 Suno Prompts ebook where I have 200 genres and I have a descriptor page per genre with genre tags, mood tags, instrument tags, and vocal tags along with the prompts. So I'll just grab the first one, throw that baby into the simple, and just let Suno do its thing.
On top.
God, I just can't get over how good Suno is sometimes. Okay, I'm just gonna drag this into here and let's just find a section that we can improve. Okay, right there, that's a perfect spot for a downlifter. So let's click over to sounds and let's just type in white noise downlifter. Let's keep it on one shot. And I want this to be kind of long, so I'm just gonna type in long. And I'm gonna do that thing in brackets. I'm gonna just say 8 seconds, which I'm not sure if the 8 seconds thing works, but you never know. I think we can make it work if we just fade it out. So I'm gonna fade this out because it's too loud for too long. And you do that by going to the bottom corner of the audio file and just dragging to the left. I'll also bring down the volume a little bit. But yeah, if you get the volume right, listen to the difference. Here's with the sweep. And here's without it. You see how much energy that adds? And let's say you wanted some like claps right there. Instead of having to use Studio to try to generate some claps, you could just make a loop. So let's just put 4 on the floor stadium claps only. And we'll do loop. And for BPM, we're gonna do 128 because that is the BPM of our song. And let's generate some more because now we can layer these claps together to make them sound really big and make them sound like they're actually in a stadium. Okay. Now we can use our other claps to kind of guide us to where it needs to be on the grid. Now I'm gonna pan this clap to the left and this one to the right to make it sound a lot more wide. And I'm gonna generate 2 more claps so we can just stack these on top of each other and make them sound as huge as possible. And I'm actually gonna keep that in the center. I'm sorry, the producer in me cannot stop. We need to add some claps that have a lot of reverb. I'm gonna say huge reverb. I'm sorry, I meant for this to be super beginner friendly, but I can't help it. But yeah, let's hear the song with nothing on it, just as we generated it, and then I'll bring back in the effects and the claps. Now, just so we can give you some more ideas of how to use this, let's go to the build up. They've already got a riser in there, but that's okay because we're just doing this for demonstration. So I'm gonna keep it on loop because that does seem to do longer samples, and I'm just gonna put long super saw riser, saw wave riser, just in case. And just in case it works, I'm gonna put 8 seconds. Not really what I was looking for, but I like that. We'll put it right here. Okay, yeah, that's gas. So just like how we did the fade out before, we're gonna fade in by going to the left bottom corner and clicking, holding, going to the right, and that's just gonna make the volume fade in, because you always kind of want your risers and reverses to have that kind of volume shape. And I'm also gonna go to the EQ and click high pass, because it's got a lot of low end information that we don't need. Oh, and I've got an idea. Let's actually delete this section and replace it with a spoken word thing. And let's try to get like a text-to-speech sounding voice. So we'll just say female text-to-speech robot. Yeah, watch me step on top. I'm also going to put auto-tune and talk. Auto-tune talk. Let's go ahead and find the key of this song. I should have done this already.
Watching my own highlights rewind.
Alright, looks like we're on A sharp minor, so I'm going to go to key and just choose A sharp and minor and apply. I'm going to try one with one shot and then one with loop and see which one works better, because I don't know. It's a new feature. Alright, here's the one shot version.
Yeah, watch me step on top. Yeah, watch me step on top. Yeah.
Don't like that.
Yeah, watch me step on top. Yeah, yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Watch me step on top. Yeah.
Okay, and then we could add a little drum fill. So let's do big room, house, EDM, drum fill, huge snare. And we'll have this as a loop and set to 128 BPM. I don't know where this is coming from, probably the melatonin, but I'm gonna put excited villager yelling, I love bananas. We'll do this as a one shot.
I love bananas. Bananas.
I mean, the possibilities are endless. You could even copy that watch me step on top, yeah, and use it like in the fucking drop. The possibilities are endless. But then you could just get an ambient drone pad, and we'll just use that as a loop. And this could be really good for the background, because that background stuff is what really makes songs sound professional. That actually worked out perfect this time. So I'm not sure how good this will sound on the drop, because the thing that makes the drop sound cool is kind of how sparse it is. But I'm going to turn down the volume and just turn on the high pass to get rid of the low end, and we'll see. Let's turn it down some. And let's say you just wanted one big clap right there to layer in with the drums already in the drop. That's what this one shot is good for. So we'll just say big clap. And it made a loop. Maybe that's because we have the BPM selected. But yeah, right away, you hear how that adds some energy to it. And this adds so much more customization to what you can do with your tracks now.
Thanks for watching this video. I hope it was helpful.
And if there's anything else you want to know about Suno AI, let me know down in the comments, or I'm going to bathe in the tears of my friends. They're happy tears.